Early this morning, New Zealand time in Los Angeles, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket ship launched into space, carrying the ashes of 5 New Zealanders. The satellite is expected to orbit Earth for up to a decade and was launched alongside a satellite for the Starlink network. Stardust Me is the New Zealand company behind the memorial spaceflight, and co-founder Stu Potter from Ngāti Awa is with us now. Tēnā koe, Stu, thank you for joining us.
Kia ora, Neil.
Now, the rocket ship was scheduled to launch from the Vandenberg Space Force Base just before 6 a.m. our time, Monday evening LA. No major mishaps? Everything go as planned?
Oh, Neil, there's been a few postponements. Just like Aotearoa, there's been a few weather events there. So we were originally meant to fly just in I think it's about the 5th of January. So we've had a few rescheduled, postponed flights. So this morning, fantastic to finally get our launch up, our maiden voyage.
Well, tell us a little bit more about the space flight and how the journey honours departed loved ones.
Yeah, well, this has been 5 years in the making, Neil. And the space flight, how it recognises or supports loved ones, is really to provide a celebration of their life, a tribute to all the great things that that person represented, and to place them amongst the stars. And the good thing about being digitally or technology linked is family can watch the launches from anywhere in the world. Yeah.
Now, I see that there are some overseas businesses who are offering similar type space flight memorial services for human ashes on various satellites. But is Stardust Me a first for New Zealand?
Yeah, it's the first for New Zealand, and my understanding it's the first Māori-owned organisational company that sent a launch into space. So, yeah, a bit of an accolade there. And I guess what we're trying to promote there, Neil, is the opportunity for innovations within the regions. This was born out of Te Tairawhiti, Onoda Bay in particular, and the opportunity just to showcase that Māori can be involved in fantastic ventures.
I love it. It's so awesome. So give us an idea, Stu, about how all this works. What do we do?
Yeah, so I guess the moving cogs behind the machine is that we have a token that carries a gram of the person's ashes, your loved one's ashes. That's a token amount, and that's placed into the token that's sent off to SpaceX in the States. That's attached to the satellites that then goes into orbit on the Falcon 9 rockets, and will stay in orbit for up to 10 years. Then you can connect in with the satellite and watch that on your phone. So in real time, you can see where that satellite's placed around the world and link in with it. So when it goes overhead, you'll be able to step outside in the night sky and watch that satellite fly overhead.
And how does one access something like this for whānau?
For whānau, so we've made a strategic association relationship with the Funeral Directors Association New Zealand. They have 200 members up and down the country represented in each part of New Zealand, and family members can either access directly through their funeral home or they can come to us through the website stardustme.com.
Just very quickly, give us an idea of what led to the creation of Stardust Me.
Yeah, so behind the thinking was really a few things, but one in particular was an opportunity to do something that hadn't been done, that was considered innovative, to be involved in the space industry. But I guess like any lad growing up in the 80s, Neil, we've all got that wanderlust in us and always look up into the stars and we think about space travel and celestial things and aliens. So I guess it was that opportunity to be involved with something that links us to space. Yeah, and I think there's a changing narrative at the moment, Neil.
Yeah.
I think there's a warming up of people embracing things like matariki. And with that, what I really like about that changing of that narrative is more of a celebration of life and a celebration of the life of those that we've lost. And that's what we've tried to create through Stardust Me, is to try and create an opportunity where we can provide tribute and celebration to those that have been lost, and to have them overhead looking down at us from the stars, which I think is quite poignant based on where we are at the moment.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Stu Potter from Stardust Me, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, how often are you expecting to launch?
So the next flight we're looking at May, Neil, but as we start scaling, we get a lot of orders from overseas now. We would be able to launch every second month.
Beautiful. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations on a successful launch. Ngā mihi.
Thank you so much.